Welcome. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing really great. First of all, I do apologize for missing 1 week of our session. We
No
are
worries,
trying
no
to
worries.
we are trying to connect regular basis every week, but
Yeah.
your timing and my timing is not really allowing us to have this regularity. But I'm trying my best. So tell me, how was your weekend? Sorry, not weekend. Last week.
Weekdays. Yeah, we had classes the entire week and we had projects to submit, so caught up with all those things and it was great.
Okay, because you were a master's student in University of Birmingham, how
Yeah.
intense is your classes?
Talking about our program, which is new in the university, we have quite busy classes going on because of like some speakers and some other workshops. They all those are like the timings are not great because we have 3, 4 modules going on accordingly, and like different departments have to come up with their professors. So it's like 6 hours, 7 hours, and stuff like
I think what University of Birmingham doing is they're experimenting.
yes, on us.
Experimenting
Because
because you
we
are
being the first batch, we are like guinea pigs for them and they are just
yeah, yeah.
experimenting on us.
I think that's why you are also spending a lot of extra time on it. But that is an experience, and I think personally, what I believe, every experience counts.
Counts.
Might
Correct.
it might be useful in future at
Yeah.
some aspect in your life. Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, just go along with it. I know it's hard. You came all the way from India, leaving your family behind, and having that gap is really difficult. So best thing is you keep yourself busy. So they're putting a lot of pressure on you. That's actually a good thing from
Yeah.
this point of view. And from your friends and associates, spending time together with them is also another thing because you are exploring a new country, new culture.
New culture. But talking about my personal program, we have most of the students Indians. So we don't have that much international experience or the exposure. But yeah, the overall experience is quite great.
I would, most of my days now I'm spending in London. If I
Yeah.
was in Birmingham, I would have actually show you a couple of places around city center where you should be socializing and making new friends, basically.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
having like-minded friend is very important. And
Yeah.
you are living close to Birmingham city center or within the city center, which is great because you
Yeah.
find all sort of people, but you also have to be careful because city center is also center of crime. There's
Yeah.
a lot of crime goes on, and if there is criminals, if they look at somebody's attitude and they understand this is a newcomer, that could be easy target. Uh,
Yeah.
could be easy target. So yes, you have to be very careful. As I told you, I was an international student at some point in UK, and I definitely know how does it feel. I
Exactly.
was on your show while
Yeah.
ago. Anyway, so what's your plan now? How are we going to move forward?
So today I was like, I thought about certain topics to discuss, like my CV and my LinkedIn profile, so that we could refurbish it because I don't know the UK template or the UK form of CVs, how they accept it, and where I'm exactly wrong.
Yeah.
Because even for the part times when I'm applying for like accountant role or the tax role, they're like, we could not identify you as a person from your CV. So that is something that draws me back. I'm like, what is wrong in my CV?
You know what? This is very important. And I always tell on my sessions, as I told you, recently a lot of bad thing happened in care visa. Care, a lot
Yeah,
of people came on care visa and they're into trouble because
yeah,
it wasn't genuine job. They paid for the sponsorship, which they shouldn't, and now they're at trouble. So as I'm helping all of these people, I interacted with 200 people within last 2 months, and
yeah,
that gave me understanding. And I understood majority of these candidates looking for another sponsor or looking for job, and they are not able to find it because of a lot of different kind of lackings. When
Okay.
I train somebody for personal developments, or my mentoring package is actually cover about 18 different topics. It means you can improve in 18 different ways. And if one of those things goes wrong, you
Yeah.
probably lose chance to get picked up for a new opportunity. And the CV is the first one, of course. If your
Yeah.
CV is not correct, then your relationship is not ever going to be happen, because that is the first impression.
Yes.
So yeah, share the CV with me. I will review that,
Okay.
and next week I will come back with changes, suggestions. In
Yeah.
fact, you are in a good hand, because I do actually alter a lot of CVs, and I have one assistant who is assisting me to change CVs according to international standards.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
after you share the CV, I will look into it. This is what we call CV assessment. Okay, so I
Yeah.
will assess your CV, and
Okay.
then if I feel you need to make changes, then I will make the changes using my assistance. Okay,
Okay.
you get that for free of cost, of course, because you are from University of Birmingham.
Yeah.
But usually in the professional network, this kind of service people are pay. You know,
Okay.
there is various consultant available, various mentors are available. Some charges £50, some charges £5,000. Do you
Yeah.
understand? And in UK, this is really a big market for consultancy, because there is no limit how much you
Mm.
can charge.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. Second thing, again, for the LinkedIn, same thing. You share your LinkedIn profile with me, and I will do the surgery on your LinkedIn profile, and I will let you know if any changes needed. It's not going to be happening overnight, because LinkedIn work like as a CV, but more advanced way.
That's
And
fine.
and in UK, this is really effective.
Yeah.
That's another topic that I advise to my candidates, that have a proper optimized LinkedIn profile. I say optimized. Okay. You
Yeah.
heard of search engine optimization?
Yeah.
That is for a business who has a website. If their website is not optimized for search engine, then
Yeah.
actually you don't even appear in Google search.
Correct.
So same way, just having the LinkedIn profile is not going to be enough.
Enough.
Yes, you
Yeah.
have to have a LinkedIn profile, but your LinkedIn profile has to be optimized to the
Nice.
standard that you are looking. Whatever your goal is, you have to have a goal. You have to
Yeah.
have a strategy. Now, part of the strategy, you have to make sure your LinkedIn profile is properly optimized.
Nice.
That should help you to achieve your goals. And just to give you an idea, I know some candidates from India and Pakistan. It took them 1,000 job application before they actually landed their dream job.
Okay.
Okay. And I also have a candidate who got in first attempt, just
Oh,
one attempt, they
that
got success.
okay.
So it's really difficult to say how much time it could take for your case. Of course, if you want to break through in UK job market, it's very competitive,
Yeah,
because
it's very competitive.
people from all over the world, they all are looking for the same positions.
Yeah.
And there is candidate
Just
applying from Dubai. There is
yeah.
candidate applying from America. There is candidate from like all over the world.
Yeah. To let you know, I just created my profile 2, 3 days back. I had a LinkedIn profile, but it was very unprofessional because I was a student back in India. So I have to delete all the accounts, like not necessary, which are not necessary. And I just created my profile 3, 4 days back. I'm working on it, and after I like complete my profile according to my area of knowledge, I can share with you the entire profile.
Of course, of course. We will optimize that based on your CV. And
Okay. Yeah.
LinkedIn will act as your advanced CV, yeah, advanced
Yeah.
level CV. And then next week, I will teach you the strategy You should
Okay.
be applying and start looking to connect with the right people.
Yes.
Because you are looking for a job in a field, but if you have a wrong field connection, let's say you have a different category people connecting with you, then
Yeah.
it's not going to be really helpful.
Helpful. Correct.
And nowadays we are living in a world where network does matter. Networking is important.
Networking is important.
It's very, very important. So we have to make sure that we network with the right people.
Yeah.
And we do have the dominoes effect as well. Sometimes we fall because we were in the wrong category, inside a wrong category group of people.
Group of people. Yes.
Yeah. So whenever you try to connect with somebody, you check the relevance. Basically, you check the relevance. Is this person relevant at the moment for me? Okay. So as your life goes along, you have landed a job, you change your job to a different company, then your network search or network approach would be different based on that time. But right now, we need to look at what's our goal. So
Yeah.
as I said, I covered like 18 different topics, and career goal, career strategy, and job strategy. These are the very big important part. So part of that strategy, having your CV optimized, having your LinkedIn profile optimized, and as I said, like searching for the right people.
Yes.
But we will go into searching slowly because you still have like good enough timing. For my mentoring, I usually give them 2 months. But for you, we have about 1 year to discuss, talk, and improve. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll take it slowly. We don't have to rush. So let's optimize your CV first. Let's optimize your LinkedIn first, and then we will start together looking into. You can share the screen, and we can screen share, and we can do that together on coming sessions.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
My next, the main area of this meet is like finding the correct job role. Because here I'm very much confused upon what job role exactly suits with my qualification as well as the UK market. So this is where I'm very much confused. I also took some consultancy with the Careers Network in university.
yeah,
She gave me a lot of ideas, but with those ideas, I'm more confused right now.
and don't worry. This is very common. At your time, as I told you in the first session, it is very common to get confused. And that's where you discuss with other people, you
Yeah.
discuss with your mentor and everybody, then you make your mind. So where are we now in regards of that job role?
So basically, my area of interest lies in like intersection between sustainability and finance. Also, some concepts of consumer insights, the consumer perspective, experience, as well as the investor relationships. So all this kind of everything is somewhere at other corners. Nothing is linked.
Mm-hmm.
Also, certain areas of like marketing, because sustainability is concerned with marketing perspective. So right now, as I was looking through all the roles in the UK market, every particular job role which has the sustainability part as well as the finance part requires some level of experience. And I, as a graduate student, I do not have even 1 year of experience. So it's very difficult for me to find a perfect job role.
Well, yes, in terms of the experience, this is the common problem everybody face when they're newcomer in this country. And you get literally upset when employer keep asking you, do you have any experience in UK? Hang on, I just came 2 months back in UK. How would I have any experience in UK? But you know what? They all prefer that. When somebody, well, it's a normal question. As a mentor, I would normally ask this question. As a recruiter, I would definitely ask this question. Do you have any UK experience? And when you have it, it's a big advantage. But when you don't have it, then if somebody else is applying for the same job role, they automatically get a advantage.
Yeah. So
They,
how do I answer these questions if you have a experience or not? Do I just leave it as nil or what is the exact approach towards
okay.
this
So
question?
This is where I will be looking at your CVs to include how does your CV look like? This is what I have to say. What did you put on your experience field?
I had an internship experience and at EY as a tax intern for about like 4 months. But that's when I did it in Bangalore, India, when I was doing my undergraduation. After that, I just put the Flair Limited because right now I'm working as a part time for the Flair. So that's the only two experience that I have included in my CV.
Okay. Let's say you actually have some kind of experience, which is good. Yeah. I recommend to try to make CVs for new people, new entrants in one page, ideally in one page. So if I have option to cut your CV to make it one page, I will do that.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, okay.
and then as people grow their experience, then yes, you can make it two-page max. Two-page max. Now,
Yeah.
my CV, if I put every single experience that I have, my CV will be 6 pages.
Yes.
But if I have to apply for a job, would I actually need to put all of my experience there?
Only the
So
relevant.
I have combined experience in hospitality, in telecom, in education,
Yes.
okay, in consultancy. Now, if I apply for a job that is related to my consultancy, I will only filter out those and and try to make my CV shorter within 1 or 2 pages, just covering what needed to be covered.
To be covered. Okay.
Okay. And if my application was related to the telecom, then I would take everything else off, just put the telecom on my CV. So
Yeah.
relevance is important. As you grow along, this is how it should work. On the CV, another common problem, people does one simple CV and then they share that same CV to 50 different jobs.
Okay. Yeah.
When I know you want to be in your financial analysis, yeah. And when you make your CV optimize for that same positions, and if you're looking for sending to 50 different jobs, but same position, which is like has the exactly the same thing, then it's fine. You can use that. But what I have seen people using, let's say a care worker sending a CV to McDonald's, again sending a CV to bank, that same
Okay.
CV, just
That's not
sending to
relevant.
10 different industry, and definitely it's not going to work. That's
Yes.
why we say you have to optimize your CV according to the job role, according to that company.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to invest in your, let's say, not career, job search strategy, if you don't invest in it, I have so many candidates keep coming back to me. They are saying, I have applied for 50 jobs and no response. They're rejecting. How do you expect to have a response when your approach was not right? And
Yeah.
some of these candidates, they are very qualified. They are double masters, triple masters. They've done 2 masters back home. Now they've done their 3rd masters in UK, and still they're not looking. They can't find the right job. It's because they're not approaching with the right strategy.
Right strategy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's where I help. Like, for example, there was a lady who needed to find a sponsorship job because she's an immigrant in this country. And she
Okay.
said, within last couple of months, I have applied for 50 different jobs with
Yeah.
no success. It's all rejections. And I said, okay, she's the mother of one child, single mother, and she is working from 8 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock. So
Okay.
I asked her, have you actually checked each of the job that you applied if they were offering sponsorship or not? Then she said, that's why they're rejecting me, because those jobs that I applied were not visa sponsored job. That's the reason actually she were getting rejected. Now I said, look, if you did looked at the job initially specifically for the job that you need the visa sponsorship. If that job doesn't have the visa sponsorship, what's the point applying for it?
Correct.
How much time you have been wasted looking and applying for a wrong job?
Yeah.
because it's bound to be rejected.
Yes.
Look, she's a double masters, very talented lady, but that simple thing was not on her head, and she were getting stressed. She were getting in anxiety, like why I'm not getting any interview. Forget success. At least nobody even calling me for interview. Do you understand?
Yeah, correct.
So this is where, like I have seen, as I said, like I looked at the pattern of 200 candidate over last 2 months from this care industry problem, and this is the common problem I've seen. They don't have a perfect CV. A lot of them have a very imperfect CV. Like it's not even approachable. Then when they approach wrong way. Then nobody actually follow up. Most of the cases, yeah.
Yeah.
The follow up is the important thing. When you have let's say you applied for Barclays, which is a very well known financial institute and bank, and you got no response where you were expecting. Then if you send a follow up email, and
Yeah.
again after few days gap another follow up email, what does that actually give a message to the HR manager? That this person is quite sincere and quite committed. Is chasing me. Do you understand? It shows
Oh,
your
yeah.
dedication. So just sending a common CV to 50 different jobs in LinkedIn doesn't actually help. Just sending it on Indeed, open a profile on Indeed, and
Yeah.
just Indeed made it like automated using the artificial intelligence. Do you want to apply for all similar jobs? And you say yes, and it goes to 50 different applications. Of course, you're not going to get results for that. You have to invest your time into the correct strategy, and you have to do it correct way. And
Yeah.
that's where any candidate who speak to me, they find it useful because they didn't thought that way.
Correct.
So simple. Anything I say is so simple. I don't say anything that is not simple. Whatever I say is actually very simple, and they just think, oh, why didn't I thought that way?
Yeah.
Because whatever I'm teaching, I'm not teaching anything extraordinary. All
Mhm.
simple thing that people just not aware about it.
Aware about
And
it.
that's why it's called personal developments, because we all come from different background. All have different kind of stress. So mindset is another thing. We all come with different mindset.
Yeah.
Because of wrong mindset, I've seen people goes wrong way.
Yeah.
Correct mindset is also important.
Important.
Okay, so what next?
Also, I have one issue right now that yesterday I attended one of the spring career fairs in University of Birmingham, and one of the HRs gave her business card and told me to like send her a CV
Mm-hmm.
for the job roles. But
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, I do not have a perfect CV. I'm not sure about the job role. So, what shall I write in the cover letter, and how shall I approach her to send her the CV? So,
Okay.
this is very indifferent, and I do not know how to approach this situation.
What's the company called?
Uh, it's an environmental company. I do have to look upon it, but just randomly I was walking around, and it was not a very big company, but just a small medium sized company. And as I was talking about my area of specialization, my interest, she just took out her business card out of her pocket and just told me by her side that, okay, send me your CV. And I was so confused, like, what shall I write exactly? I do not know about the job roles, and my CV is not ready. So
No,
I'm
no,
very,
no. I understood. I understood. It's so easy to get confused, as I'm saying. You have to check the relevance. Is this person or this company relevant to my interest? First of all, just
okay.
sending the CV would not be helpful if it's not relevant to my goal. You have a goal. Pala, I'm very happy to know that you comes with certain mindset. When I heard on your first session, I heard your background, I learned about you, and I know what you want to do. You at least have some clear goal in your mind. That
Okay.
gives us a 50% boost already, because
Thank you.
all the international students I know, the majority of them doesn't even have a goal. They don't even know what they want to do.
Oh, okay.
But when you telling me this is what I want to do, it actually makes me easy to guide you.
Yes,
And if you say, I don't know what to do, then of course it's your life. I cannot set a goal in your life.
for me, yeah, that's correct.
And that is where it was the problem. So check that company website. Have you been to that company's website?
No, actually, there was some issue yesterday because of the rain. All of my documents got wet, and even my laptop got wet. So I had a meet from the Apple Care at 5. So that's why I like rescheduled at 4. So let the documents dry out. I'll just recheck on those documents and come back to you. But
Yeah.
I had to talk about the situation because, that's like it's already been a day, and if I do not send her CV or do not approach her exactly, so that might not look well on my side. So I just have to come up.
So yes, do a little bit of research. Okay,
Um,
find the company details and check on the company website, and then you decide if you want to actually approach to her. Yeah. In the
okay.
meantime, text me if you do need. I mean, first of all, send me your CV first, and then I will do the surgery on that. After completing the assessment, if needed, I will do the surgery, and then if you really want to send her that CV,
Yeah.
we'll talk on phone. Okay, we'll talk on
Yeah.
the
No
phone,
worries.
and
Okay.
then if needed, I will try to make changes if needed to send it a quicker way. Of course, it's better you respond to somebody as soon as possible,
As soon as
because
possible.
otherwise, in her mind, you will be fading away. If she had an interest in you,
Yeah.
um, we call it hot lead.
Partly.
There is cold lead and hot lead in the business world. So when somebody approaching to her in a inbox, that's a cold lead. She might feel interested, she might not feel interested. But when she met you face to face and she shown the interest and she told you, okay, send me your CV.
Yes.
It is a hot lead. Maybe she genuinely want to look at the opportunities with you,
Yeah.
and maybe she liked your personality. Maybe she have something, but maybe it could be nothing. Maybe it could be just a formality.
Yeah.
Because a
Maybe.
lot of HR manager
No
does
one knows.
that. Just share your CV. Okay, send me your CV. I have like 600 CVs waiting in my uh,
Okay.
inbox where I don't even time to respond them. Do you understand? Because as I told you earlier, I'm also involved in a recruiting company.
Yes.
As a recruiter, I look through a lot of CVs. Okay.
Okay.
So doing the career consultancy is one company, and making the recruitments is another company. I have two
Okay.
different companies here.
Oh, yeah. So how do I stand out in all those 600 applications when I'm sending a CV on an email?
Okay. That's where we are going to work this week. Okay. We will
Okay.
check your CV. We will if you needed to make a cover letter, we'll go through that together. And if you want to start looking at companies that you want to apply, this is part of your job search strategy. You have to filter out all the companies that you want to apply, because your niche is really, I would say, specific niche. So there is not many. Say, for example, if a care worker want to find a care jobs, there is 10,000 care provider. But for you, maybe you only have like 200 company that you can apply at most.
Okay, so how do I cater with all these companies? How do I find? Because as I come from India, I only know about the big four companies, which are very much relevant in here. And if I talk about other companies, like I went to the spring fairs, some of the companies I even don't know about them.
Okay, you want to be financial analyst. This is your target. Now, it could be a role to many different companies, right? It could be a
Yeah,
financial company. It could be a non-financial company.
financial company.
What you have to do is now you have to narrow it down, filter it down. Okay, you have to filter it down. Filter is very important here, because if you keep let's say, open for all 200 different companies, which is like 20 different sector, then that could be a bit of mess.
Mess.
Rather, you filter it down, narrow it down to, let's say, top 10 first.
Okay.
I'm going to approach to this 10 company. This is the niche I want to go for,
Yeah.
because you very specifically, you know what you want to do. You
Correct.
want to be involved in sustainability, and finance and financial analysis is something that you really wanted to progress for. So which company actually providing the sustainability,
Yeah.
where you do your own research. Okay,
Okay.
look, Google is a great tool. LinkedIn is also another great tool. So
Okay.
you look down for those relevance and find out, list all those companies.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this is your homework. Okay, this is
Done.
your homework. List all the companies. Just randomly looking will not actually give you result. When
Yeah.
you're listing, this is become a discipline. And when you have a discipline, then you can actually work from that piece of paper.
Yes.
This is how you make things right.
Yeah.
Because this is another problem with most of the candidates. They keep looking, randomly applying here and there, and not having the correct strategy, not looking, not doing the well research. Well research person would have much higher chances than the person who is not researching at all. Plus, this person who is researched before even apply the job has much more chances to land the job or the interview, because as a recruiter, I can clearly see that you have done your homework. We would
Yeah.
we would be able to tell this person has put some efforts towards this issue.
Issue.
That is very, very important. Anything else?
Yeah, that's it for now. Like, I'll do my research, I'll look upon the companies because in my head there were only four companies which are like PwC, Deloitte, EY, and stuff. So I need to figure it out. Some companies which are very much relevant on the sustainability part.
Yeah.
S- Yes, this
I
is
see
where,
you are more curious towards sustainability. And
yes,
that's where it automatically narrows down.
yeah,
So on your searching, it automatically narrows down. That it automatically filtered those company, yeah, and it become suddenly from 200 company, it will become only 20 company when you do complete your search. Let's look into LinkedIn properly. So you created the LinkedIn profile. Go to the LinkedIn and search those kind of companies if they
okay,
exist in LinkedIn. That would be a very good news if you
yeah,
can find those relevant company in LinkedIn, because that would be easier for us to approach as well.
Roche as well.
Even if they don't have an active job role that they're recruiting right now, but still we can approach to them to look into your CV. Okay, but
Okay.
let's make things right first. Let's make your CV correct. Let's make your profile correct. So after today's session, you are sharing these two things with me, and we will work within next 1 week. We'll work to improve those things first. Okay.
Thanks. Okay. Also, can I have your email ID?
Yes, sure, of course.
Yeah.
It's Mohi
Okay.
at
Yes.
Mohpro, MOHPRO
Yes.
dot
Yeah.
co dot UK.
.co.uk. Okay.
I'll text you anyway. I'll text you my email.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, that's it. I'm like, thank you so much for today's meet. I'm like, this weekend, I was not very sure because a lot of things were there, but somehow you managed, we managed to like come up with one particular time. So thank you so much for your time.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I thought, you know what, I don't really want to keep missing those sessions because
Yes.
it's very important. And every time you have session with me, definitely you will feel some kind of improvement.
Yes.
How did you feel
I can feel that from the first meet as well. Like from the first meet, I could figure it out. Like, okay, what I wanted to do because if I'm doing meeting with my mentor, I need to have some agenda, and that's how I started figuring out my goals. And right now, I'm like on the way to actually achieving something. So I literally feel very overwhelmed. And thank you so much for your guidance and mentoring. This is
And
really helpful.
that's it. We all need guidance in our life. Yeah, even I need guidance in my life. Everyone
Yeah,
needs guidance at certain points. And when you have that little guidance, it actually makes a lot of
makes a
difference.
lot of difference. Yes.
Okay, I wish you all the best. Don't work too hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And make sure you send me the link for your LinkedIn as soon as possible and your CV so I can have a quick look today and I can be in touch with you. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You take care and
Thank
enjoy
you.
your
Take
weekend.
care. Enjoy the weekend.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.